Yo, what's up, guys? It's G4D, and we are in the playoffs. Yes, sir. The Philadelphia Eagles are going into Soldier Field to face the Chicago Bears, who just spanked me in Week 16. And I've done a little bit of practice, and I'm hoping that I can get a little bit of a better outcome here. So I was practiced a little bit against his pitches and stuff. I did some film studying, and I'm thinking of maybe making that another segment in my Madden videos here, going over the film with you guys, showing you how I break this stuff down, and then how I practice and how I lab against what I see in the film. But yeah, so the divisional round, and I follow football a lot, I follow NFL a lot, and I was pretty sure that the divisional round would have the Eagles face the Washington Redskins because they're in the same division. But maybe that's a misunderstanding on my part, and it's all about seeding and placement, and the higher seed gets the lower seed type of deal. If you do know the answer to that, I'd be happy to learn it from you. You can confirm or deny. Alright, so look, let's check out. So I kind of know his roster, but I'll briefly go over it real quick. Refresh. I have a game in 18 minutes, so we got to keep it quick. So let's get into the depth chart here. Alright. So yeah, he's got Cutler. I don't think he has any Brandon Lloyd, any crazy fast wide receivers. And honestly, I mean, he is this guy. That's pretty quick, 96. But he didn't really beat me with any speed. He beat me with these hook routes that were just nasty, and he just really ran. He did a really good job running the ball, and I wasn't able to stop him. And then I had turnovers, and you can't stop the offense, and you stop yourself, you're not going to win. All right, so James Anderson, the left outside linebacker. So this guy's going to be covering my tight end. He's got 85 speed, it's pretty darn quick. 89 acceleration, 82 agility, that's pretty good. Well, actually had 69, it's not very good. But his finesse moves, I don't know how much those will really offset each other in the running game. Play recognition's pretty good too, so he seems pretty good, pretty legit. From what I remember last time, he did cover the tight end fairly well. This middle linebacker, if I remember right, he's slow. No, it's not very slow at all. 83, not bad for a linebacker. And everything else in the 80s. You know, he's got good linebackers, and Lance Briggs is great. I think what I learned last time was that he had fairly good top 4 corners in terms of man. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get manned up with any of these guys. I mean, if I can get the fifth guy out there, again, I have some 5 wide receiver sets. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get some Jason Devon action going here. He's got low man coverage there. He's slow. Yeah. Okay, so that's one takeaway. Now remember, Tim Jennings is very fast, and his corner is not very fast, but 85, but he can hit very, very hard. He's got 90 hit power. Double speed, yeah, 94. He's actually a cornerback. Very clever of you, Matt. Very clever. Alright, and then I'm going to jump in. I need to get kind of warmed up. So I'm going to jump in real quick, get my practice done. If I have time after the practice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the stats and see how he's been playing other people. But to go over my game plan, I might be mixing in some 5 wide receiver sets. So what I'll do right now in this practice on offense is I'll dabble into the 5 wide receiver sets if I can get them in the pistol formation. Now, I run with a custom playbook when I play my games, but you cannot have that custom playbook in these practice modes, which is a bit frustrating. So I have what's the next closest thing, which is the pistol playbook. So on offense, I'll try to see if I can get some of that 5 wide. On defense, I'm going to play what I practice, which is a lot of 4-6, and see if I can see it. Oh God, dude, seriously. There it goes. Soft spot in that zone. Man, I don't think I have time to really get warmed up. Against a playoff game, I usually like to play a full online quick match before I actually get down. Because I just like to get warmed up, you know? Get able to move in space with your dude. Be able to get some tackles, get in the flow of things, get your muscle memory all warmed up. Alright, so show me some 5 wide sets, guys. I don't think there really is any. I mean, you got some great formation, but it's not really a 5 wide. So this is, you know, this is the one I've been running the whole time. Maybe I'll switch it up a little bit, get some of these trips action over here. And I was actually, I was reading or watching some YouTube about this little angle route right here. I'm gonna see how bad it really is. Oh my God! Ah! That guy looked like he was releasing him, but then he stuck with him. Alright. So putting B on the drag there, that really helps with really helps not let that if there's anybody in the flats covering that area in the zone, they can float back right into where you need to throw that corner out. So by having that outside hook get into a drag and then throwing, that pulls that wide receiver out of the zone, and then you put the halfback into the zone, you get you pull that corner down, that corner back down, and you allow the wide receiver to get over on that corner route. That was a pretty dope route right there. That was, I'll show you what I did here. It was in, a lot from this one. It was the mesh dig you see on the right, that Y, and that was what is that, a wheel route? But it was kind of like a lazy wheel. Like, you didn't go hard to the outside and cut up real strong. If you look at it even here, it's like, it's kind of like a fade. Woo! That floated on me, floated back. I cannot be letting that happen in our game. Oh! Did he get 2 feet? Damn it. Alright, so I can practice some of my run D now. That's the positives in all this. Oh my God! I thought I had to contain there with Continue with Barman, apparently not. Okay, they're running down the clock. I can show you a little bit in the time I have here. I'm trying to get in the 4-6 and get these linebackers outside to really take away any outside rush, and that's why he was really killing me. He's killing me with like a toss. It's just nasty, man. Might as well call timeout. I know I'm pretty much already lost this practice. They're kneeling. But my new run formation is I'm using the LT to spread, LT, and then L stick up to spread, and what that lets you do is it moves both your defensive line and your linebackers at the same time, so it kind of saves a step in terms of setup. And then you pull down the strong safety over here, the one in the flat route, and make sure your outside linebackers kind of on the line of scrimmage and outside. And then if you see your cornerbacks, they're playing like an off coverage. So when there actually is a wide receiver and you're not getting kneeled on, you can do a base align, and that'll pull those guys further down back into whatever kind of cushion they originally had. Alright, so that was a very non-productive practice. Could really use that extra 1,000 points too. It definitely would help with some of my young cornerbacks that still have a lot of development room, really cheap awareness and really cheap play recognition that I'm building, especially in the playoffs. You know, it's when I need it. So I have 7 minutes. So what I'll do is we'll go as promised and look at some. Let's go look at some stats. Let's look at max stats for the Bears. So if we go to the team schedule, I can quickly show you what happened in the last game. Oops, wrong direction. And then I'll look at maybe some other opponents that he's had and how he's matched up. So Packers, that's a pretty good score, 98-0. That's a computer control team. So this is my ass whooping right here. 56-21 as the last human opponent he played. Before that, he barely beat the Cowboys. And these are computer, and this is computer control team. But based on that score, I would guess that the Rams were simming their side of the things. They're on autopilot. All right, when's his last loss? And who did he lose to? Lost to the Redskins, you assuming? So let me see, I'll take a look at his loss. Maybe there's something I can get a takeaway from in terms of how he got beat. Well, no interceptions. No interceptions is a good start. Only threw 12 times. That's interesting. So the opponent only threw 12 times. He threw 18 times. He threw 18 times, ran 20. Alfred Morris had a pretty successful day on the ground, rushing 19 times. Only 3 scrambles by RG3. So it's pretty just like a run-heavy style of game. The score is awfully high for having such a big running game. If you notice the score, 59-43 is kind of crazy. He didn't have any. He had two interceptions, so that's something. And he had a fumble to turnovers. He got bit with the turnover bug. Now, I have fairly good cornerbacks. I have fairly good safeties, and I've been getting picks. I kind of led the league in turnovers. At least at one point I was. I haven't checked since the end of the season. And Mike, the owner of the Redskins, he's really good with Jordy Nelson. He's got some really good routes down with him. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing is really standing out here, unfortunately. And he ran the ball, so you're going to get pancakes. Cornerbacks had the most tackles. You know, it probably just means he was passing a lot. Does he show me a whole lot? Tackles for loss. Doesn't show me anything. Chicago had 3 sacks. Washington had 0. So the linebackers had interceptions, which is interesting. So that could tell me that he was in more zone coverage over the middle, and he was trying to sneak stuff in. Because London Fletcher's a middle linebacker with really good awareness, so he could on his own be creeping over into the gaps in the zone and covering people. And Ryan Kerrigan is really good, really fast, and he's just generally good. And both these guys are generally good in pass defense, so it doesn't quite really tell me anything sneaky that Washington did to win this game. Yeah, man. Unfortunate. Okay, didn't really learn anything. I mean, were there touchdowns? Yeah. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown. And is that it, huh? Alright. Turn down that music. Yeah. Alright guys, so let me then get back to our game. 2 minutes to get in the lobby. Don't really feel warmed up. I don't have time to really get warmed up. But yeah, okay, this is a recap of our last game just 2 weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago. I gave Cutler a perfect passer rating. 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was just moving the ball at will. It was a really embarrassing game. Go back and watch it if you want to see an ass kicking. But what really set up all of that was the running of Forte. I'm surprised he actually only ran that much. Pat? His run-pass ratio was about even. And he kept me in check in the run game a little bit. I don't know if my run calls were that good, actually. Let's see. I had 3 interceptions, which is why my rating's low. Let's see, 57 and shorter passes. So since then, though, I have practiced this game. You know, when you lose like that, it definitely motivates you when you're competitive to get better, and it has motivated me to get better. So I've done some practicing in the passing game to get my passing game better. I plan on having a balanced attack because that's the best way to keep the defense off balance, and that's what I plan to do. I kind of have to because Matt is very good at both using and calling good plays, and he's very good situational play caller. So I'm going to have to keep him guessing, mix it up with screens and draws and delays and options and all of that good stuff. A lot of, you know, dynamic stuff, and I'm gonna run my no huddle like always. Try to trap them in a bad defense, make them call a timeout, or just exploit it all the way down the field. So offensive plan: get in that 5 wide receiver set when I can, when it's appropriate. Try to exploit that 5th cornerback. Other than that, he's very balanced on defense and fairly good, so it's going to be just mixing it up, just a lot of no huddle, mixing it up style of offense. On defense, I'm just going to try to jump his running game and try to shut down that running game early, and if I can be effective enough at it, hopefully I will be able to overcome his he will become one-sided and pass more than I can adjust some of his passing routes that he favors. And they're all the common ones, you know, the deep hooks, the corner routes, and the deep cross over the middle there. So he's really good and he's really balanced on both sides of the ball. If I can make him, force him to be one-dimensional, that'll definitely play in my favor, and that's what I plan to do for the playoffs, guys. It is the divisional round, the Eagles versus the Chicago Bears. And it's coming up, the game is going to come up next in my next video, so check it out. Alright guys, this is G4D signing off. It's game time. I'll see you later. Peace.